The gods of Olympus, all powerful, all knowing, yet what if their greatest battles weren't fought against monsters or titans, but each other? Today we'll spill secrets from a forgotten war, a conflict so devastating it nearly erased the gods from existence, and you won't believe who was behind it. Get ready for a tale of betrayal, heartbreak, and sacrifice that will shake the foundations of Olympus. Trust no one and prepare for the unexpected. The gods may be immortal, but this war will test even their divine mettle. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nightforge, and today we are taking a deep dive into the untold stories of Olympus Divided. Chapter 1, The Battle for Mortal Souls. As the sun sets over the horizon, casting long shadows across the realm of Olympus, an eerie silence hangs in the air. No laughter echoes from the palace halls, no boisterous debates fill the celestial agora. Even the playful banter of the minor deities has ceased. A palpable tension grips the divine realm, mirroring the turmoil brewing within the hearts of the gods. Zeus, supreme ruler of Olympus, his face etched with worry, paces his great hall, his every step measured, his every breath heavy. Beside him stands Hera, a divine consort, her gaze distant as she contemplates the unfolding crisis. Theirs is a partnership forged in ancient bonds and cemented through years of shared triumphs and hardships. But even their steadfast union is strained under the weight of the unfolding events. For it is not an external threat that looms on the horizon, but a chilling discord among the very ranks of Olympus. Poseidon, god of the earth-shaking seas, confronts Hades, his brother, ruler of the underworld. Their postures are rigid, their voices low, each word a loaded weapon in this silent war. No longer are they allies or collaborators, but adversaries on a collision course. Poseidon brandishes his trident, its tip glowing with otherworldly power, while Hades meets his brother's gaze unflinchingly, his bident held firm. But why have these brothers turned against each other? Why is Olympus, the citadel of the cosmos, on the verge of civil war? The answer lies in the whispers that have been circulating among the gods. Rumors of an impending doom, a prophecy that foretells the demise of Olympus itself. According to this chilling prediction, the Pantheon stands at the precipice of annihilation, their home, their very essence threatened by an encroaching darkness. As the prophecy weaves its web of fear and uncertainty, the gods become prisoners of their own paranoia. Bonds are broken, alliances shattered, and the fabric of Olympus begins to fray. The once harmonious chords of camaraderie now discordant, each god suspicious of the other. All around them, the atmosphere grows heavy with distrust. Ares, the god of war, stirs, reveling in the brewing conflict. His eyes glisten with anticipation, finding pleasure in the thought of bloodshed and violence. Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty, watches the unfolding drama with growing unease. She sees the darkness spreading like a disease, corrupting the hearts of the gods and tainting the purity of their divine essence. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and strategic warfare, stands apart, observing the descent into chaos with a heavy heart. She knows that this division is not in their best interest. Yet despite her wisdom, she is powerless to stop it. The other gods, each driven by their own fears and ambitions, continue to turn against one another, dragging Olympus towards the abyss. Can the Pantheon overcome this looming threat, or will they perish, consumed by their own internal discord? Will reason prevail, or will the flames of war engulf the home of the gods? The fate of Olympus hangs in the balance. Chapter 2, Divine Betrayal. Zeus, god of the sky and thunder, finds himself betrayed by his own sister, Hera, in a shocking twist of events. Zeus, known for his immense power and unwavering determination, faces this unexpected treachery with stoic resolve. Despite the deep wound inflicted by Hera's betrayal, Zeus remains steadfast in his commitment to protecting the mortal realm. Unwilling to let his sister's actions disrupt the natural order of things, he prepares to confront her directly. However, the full extent of Hera's betrayal runs deeper than initially imagined. Her alliance with Typhon, a primordial monster of immense power, signifies a dangerous escalation in her rebellion. Zeus is confronted with a formidable adversary, a threat that goes beyond mere divine sibling rivalry. As Zeus prepares for this epic showdown, the very fate of Olympus hangs in the balance. The betrayal cuts deep, shaking the foundations of the divine order. But Zeus, ever the strategist, is not one to be easily defeated. With his Olympian shield and lightning bolts crackling with celestial might, he sets out to confront his treacherous sister. This is not merely a battle between siblings, but a war to preserve the sanctity of the cosmos. Can Zeus overcome this monumental challenge? Will he succeed in defeating both Hera and the monstrous typhoon, restoring order to the fractured pantheon? or will Olympus crumble under the weight of its own internal strife? The outcome of this confrontation could shape the very destiny of the gods and the mortal realm they protect. Chapter 3: Olympus Divided. Tensions reach a fever pitch as the gods of Olympus grow increasingly hostile towards one another. This toxic environment takes a devastating toll on the realm itself, causing the once lush and vibrant landscape to wither and decay. Nature, which had flourished under the benevolent influence of the gods, now reflects their turmoil, mirroring the discord that plagues Olympus. Plants and animals suffer, the weather becomes erratic, and the very essence of harmony is disrupted. In the midst of this divine discord, the mortals living below on Earth bear witness to the changing times. They sense the shift in the balance of power and the weakening of the gods' protective presence. Fearful of the consequences, the humans brace for impact, unsure of what horrors the coming darkness may bring. On Olympus, the atmosphere is thick with animosity. The once close-knit community of deities is fractured, divided into opposing camps. Alliances are formed, loyalties are tested, and the seeds of distrust blossom into open hostility. The prospect of a full-blown war looms large, threatening to engulf the heavens in flames. Is there any hope for reconciliation, or will the gods of Olympus continue down this destructive path, consumed by their own internal conflicts? What further devastation will befall the mortal realm as the celestial order teeters on the brink of collapse? The fate of both gods and mortals hangs precariously in the balance, uncertain and full of peril. Chapter 4: Gods and Mortals. The weakening of the gods draws the attention of Gaia, the primordial goddess of the earth. Sensing their diminished power and the resulting vulnerability of the mortal realm, Gaia takes swift and decisive action. With her vast knowledge and experience, she recognizes the gravity of the situation. The gods, weakened by their internal strife, are ill-equipped to handle the challenges that lie ahead. And the mortals, once protected by the pantheon's divine favor, are now exposed to the dangers of the cosmos. Realizing that the existing order can no longer function effectively, Gaia orchestrates a dramatic change. She intervenes in the affairs of Olympus, not to take sides in their conflict, but to set a new course. Her goal is clear: restore balance to the celestial order and ensure the continued well-being of both gods and mortals. However, her methods are shrouded in mystery, leaving the gods and mortals alike uncertain of her true intentions. What form will her intervention take? Will she heal the rifts among the gods or impose a new order upon them? How will the mortals fare in this celestial upheaval? The stakes are high as Gaia, the embodiment of the earth itself, steps onto the scene. Will her wisdom guide Olympus towards healing, or will her actions only deepen the existing divisions? The fate of the divine pantheon and the mortal realm hangs in the balance, teetering on the edge of a new and uncertain era. Chapter 5: Epic Showdown. The stage is set for an epic showdown between the Titans and the Olympians. A clash of titans that will determine the fate of Olympus and the mortal realm. The Titans, led by their valiant queen Tethys, stand as formidable opponents. Their strength, wisdom, and resilience make them a force to be reckoned with. On the other side, the Olympians, led by the valiant Zeus, are equally determined to prevail. Their strategies, honed through countless battles, promise a fierce defense of their home and their values. As the two factions prepare for battle, the atmosphere crackles with anticipation. The very essence of Olympus trembles in anticipation of the clash to come. Each side marshals its forces, readying itself for the inevitable confrontation. Loyalties are tested, alliances are forged, and the stakes are made clear. The survival of the fittest. Once the battle commences, it is a sight to behold. The Titans, drawing upon their ancient power, unleash devastating attacks, shaking the foundations of Olympus. Their earth-shattering roars echo across the cosmos, a testament to their unrelenting strength. The Olympians, agile and quick-witted, retaliate with precision and skill. Their mastery of the elements, their strategic prowess, and their indomitable spirit drive back the Titan onslaught. Yet despite their valiant efforts, the Olympians find themselves gradually overwhelmed. The Titans, relentless in their assault, push forward, wave after wave, determined to claim victory. As the battle rages, casualties mount on both sides. Heroes fall, their sacrifices echoing across the battlefield. Hope seems to dwindle as the Titans gain ground, inching closer to total domination. Just when all seems lost, Zeus rallies his troops. Drawing upon the full extent of his powers, he leads a final, desperate charge. The tides of battle turn once more, and with a final, mighty effort, the Olympians manage to secure a hard-won victory. Though battered and weary, they have prevailed. But their triumph is not complete. For in the aftermath of this epic showdown, they are left to face the consequences of such a devastating war. What will become of Olympus now that it has been ravaged by the Titans' attack? And how will the gods, bearing the scars of battle, move forward from this defining moment in their history? The victory is theirs, but the road to recovery and restoration will be long and arduous. That's all for now, folks. Until next time, remember, the gods may be eternal, but their stories never cease to amaze. Keep an eye out for more tales of Olympus. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.